Alright, today I want to talk to you guys about something very special. My friend Josh is selling his Tomb King's army. Now, first of all, this is not my Tomb King's army. I still own a Tomb King's army, so nothing's happening to my own models, but I'm selling an army on behalf of another guy who I play games with. You may have seen his Tomb King's army in battle reports against me. You've also seen his Orc and Goblin army in battle reports against me. He's not selling his Orcs and Goblins, he is selling the Tomb Kings that you're about to see in these photos. The first photo shows you the Tomb King himself, along with the Tomb Guard, and nicely done here. You can see that the shields are actually slung over those shoulders. It's quite cool. And the king has converted heavily. He's standing on a base, and he's got his weapon held in a different position. All of the weapons and gems are done really nicely, and as you'll see in the coming photos, this is an extremely well painted and well finished army, and you have the opportunity to buy it. And if you do want to buy it, get in touch with me, but I'll give you a bit more detail later. First of all, I just want to talk through the army in general, explain what he's done with his army, why you should buy it, and just give you an excellent look on how the images and the models turned out, basically. So every Tomb King army, every Tomb King general that is serious about playing Tomb Kings ought to have a unit of Tomb Guard with a Tomb King on foot leading it, preferably with the Destroyer of Eternities. It is the combination which Tomb King players use to be successful. If you suck at Tomb Kings and you just can't understand why Tomb Kings ought to win at all, then think again. Try out taking the Tomb King with the Mega Super Block with the Tomb Guard. You'll notice in the background there's an Icon Bearer model. He's been used as a unit filler inside the unit, so you don't actually have the Icon Bearer himself in this army as such, not in this unit anyway. You have a unit of Tomb Guard, and you have a nice little filler there, nice little bonus by having the unit look very interesting with something going on in the center of it, almost like a diorama, but the Icon Bearer model is used for that in the center. Great color scheme too. You can see the purples, blues, and gold look very well, and the Tomb King himself stands out nicely with an array of different colors. The reds there definitely stand out quite a lot. You can see there's a severed head somewhere in there that he's holding, but just generally looks really nice, as you guys can see. It's very beautifully done, very cleanly painted and finished, and the bases and movement trays are done as well. I'm going to go to the next picture. This is also what you'll receive with this army. It's a unit of skeleton warriors with hand weapons and shields. A lot of them have these little mace flail type things, and as you can see, the shields are just done beautifully. The nice shading and highlighting and blending going on here is great. You can see that underneath the shields, the light's going in different ways. Gives them a really eerie, sinister look, and the models themselves have been very well washed. Nice standard bearer there. And just generally, just done to the same quality. As you can see, everything's looking very coherent. That's one thing I love about his army, and his choice of colors are really nice as well. You can see the Tomb Kings look very brilliant and dazzling with their deep blue colors and highlights, but they also look ancient and unearthed with the bone tones there, which is just fantastic. Next picture, you'll also receive the High Queen Khalida special character model. This makes a fantastic Lich Priest if you're not using special characters in your army. But if you do like Khalida, there's the option to include her as the model, and she's nicely painted. A little bit of makeup on her, or a face mask. If you read the background story for her, the real thing about her was that she was preserved, like it was her beauty that sort of shone through, and the mask really is designed there to convey that aspect of her past life. But as you can see, Tomb King's character Khalida there, even the snakes in the base look pretty cool. What you're getting here is a special character model, which could be used either as a Lich Priest or even a Tomb King if you want to, or just a special character. And in your army, she gives you the bonus where you can upgrade some of your archers to have poisoned attacks, which is awesome in large points games especially. And she's just an all-round kick-ass fighter in close combat as well. And she gets a free incantation off pretty much that your opponent can't stop, so that's a very cool little character there. Next picture shows you all of these archers. You've got to have some archers in your army if you play Tomb Kings. They are so good. They're really cheap as chips. You can revive them if you give them, especially if you give them that banner of the Undying Legion. And these archers are great to hide your liches inside. You double tap them with the spell and they blast everything on 5s. Wood Elves don't stand a chance against these archers because even Way Watchers will be hit on 5+. A large target, if you formed up into a block of 20 and you're firing against a dragon or something, everybody can shoot, and you can shoot twice because of the incantation effect, so that's really cool. Include some of these archers, fantastic way to go. Next picture shows you some of the awesome Ushabti. I don't have any in my own army, and probably the main reason why is that I just couldn't afford the models, but these models are included in the army. They look really fantastic. All these conversions here, holding the weapons in different angles. Nicely painted and dry brushed, as you can see here, and the bases just look awesome. Big tiled, cracked marble pieces underneath them, and it looks really fancy. With the squares, it gives you a nice sort of geometric look, a nice little matrix going on here with the movement tray, and I find that to be very striking on the battlefield. These guys have a really imposing, fantastic presence on the table, which is just great. Next picture, we've got some light skeletal horsemen. I personally own some of the heavy cavalry, which just aren't anywhere near as good. These guys are well priced for what they do, and you can raise them back. They still hit on 5+, and you can just move around in the way, divert charges, get in the way in general. You can hide a Lich Priest on horse inside this unit, and really they're much more efficient than heavy cavalry, which just are too pricey for what they do. They don't do anything good in combat, and they don't have a bow. But these guys, they're cheap as chips, and they take up a core slot, and they fire away with their bows, and away you go. So it's definitely worth having a unit of this like this in your army. And just like everything else that you see in this army, they're painted fantastically. Next picture, of course, you can have some chariots, and this picture shows you the Tomb Prince in the background. He's been converted so that he looks like he's carrying a flail. I always give my Tomb Prince a flail no matter what, and in this case, you've got a guy that's actually converted so it looks like the model even has a flail. His personal chariot's been converted a bit more with the skulls around it and the banner at the back with the little markings. So really, attention to detail in this army is fantastic. Most people give their Tomb Prince on the chariot the flail or skulls anyway as the magic item, and this guy looks perfect for actually representing that, which is brilliant. You've got the chariots here. One of them's got a standard, so if you want to take the standard of the Sacred Eye like I always do, best standard ever for chariots, +1 to hit for everybody in the unit, including steeds, including the guys on top, including the prince going along with the unit. So it's like 2+ to hit, 2+ to wound if you're strength 6 with your flail, and then it does double wounds if you're taking the flail or skull. So that just is unbeatable. Everything else here just looks fantastic, especially the bases. Again, the slate marble type stuff that they're riding all over looks really good. Very well finished here. Next picture shows you a pair of Lich Priests. Now, Lich Priests always better off riding on horse. Most people don't give them most of the better players anyway don't give them the Cloak of the Dunes, because you don't really need the Cloak of the Dunes to achieve what you want. Really want 2 of these guys, nothing more, nothing less, along with your Prince and your King in your army, and they're color-coded so you can tell them apart. One of them can be a Hierophant, one of them can be the regular Lich Priest. You've got red and blue going on there, they're nicely finished and highlighted, good attention to detail, and they're the same model, but the guy's done a great job just differentiating them so you can easily tell them apart in the battlefield. Just tell your opponent before the start of the game, this one's the Hierophant, this one's the Lich Priest. Next picture, the Bone Giant. You may have seen in my reports, are looking fantastic here, very nicely coloured. He's even got that little marker thing on his base, that little tomb piece with Tomb King's script written all over it, which looks fantastic. Bone Giant, fantastic choice if you're not going for a Casket of Souls or something. You want to take a Screaming Skull Catapult and a Bone Giant in most cases and just dominate them with the charge from the sky. Unstoppable Assault's really good, and takes up a rare slot there, and you won't really make any enemies from people by taking 2 Screaming Skull Catapults, which is a bit over the top, really. Next picture, the Casket of Souls. My favourite thing in the entire army. Ah, gotta love this thing. I've just destroyed so many units of cavalry and infantry and elite troops with this guy. Josh has put his base on a kind of magma-ish lava type effect, and boy does it look effective. He's painted his Casket of Souls up a lot more effectively than mine, and it's very detailed, a lot of different colours being used. The lava is just a lovely touch, and the cool thing about this Lich Priest is you can actually pick him up off the model and place him around. So if you're quite pedantic about where your Lich Priest is going to be, because he's allowed to be within 1 inch of the casket at all times, that allows you to do that, whereas mine's stuck into the casket, which is annoying. This guy, you won't have any trouble with that. Next picture shows you the whole Grand Army deployed here. You've got a couple of Scorpions. One of the Scorpions is custom built. He's kind of crawling out of the base there in the top left. Each Scorpion comes with a little marker, so you can easily show where he's diving out of the dirt from. And you've got a little Tomb Swarm base there in the middle of the picture, if you can see that, which is just fantastic. Next picture shows you the carry cases that everything comes in, so everything's nicely packaged and safe. You won't damage it when you're taking it in your car to your next game. So this comes with the whole army. And wow, that is it. So I better start talking about prices because I know you guys will want to pick this up as soon as you can. The list is, so we've got a Tomb King on a foot, High Queen Khalida, Prince in a Chariot, 2 mounted liches, 2 liches on foot, Lich with a Casket of Souls, 40 skeleton archers, 20 skeleton warriors, 5 light horsemen, 2 swarms, 4 Ushabti, 23 Tomb Guard, 2 scorpions, Bone Giant. There's a Screaming Skull catapult as well. I don't think it's painted, but it's the older version of it, which is really cool. We've got movement trays, Tomb King Army book. There's 7 army transport foam trays specific to the army. And what we're talking about here is he's looking for $1,200, $1,250 everything. So including the trays, $1,250, that's New Zealand dollars, and if you work it out for Australian dollars or American dollars, it's much less than 1,000. This guy's picked up a Best Painting award at a recent tournament. First equal on the judges' vote at the Fields of Blood 2008 for this particular army. And looking for $1,250. I think that is a steal for this army. It looks absolutely brilliant. If I could afford this army, or if I didn't already have a Tomb King's army, I probably would fork out for it. So there you go, guys. Tomb King's army, $1,250 New Zealand. Get in touch if you'd like to buy it.